Have you ever found yourself more excited to see the villain than the hero? You're not alone. Villains are often the most memorable part of a story. But why do we love them? Why do they feel more real, more powerful, even more relatable than the so-called good guys? Let's be honest. Aladdin is fun, but Jafar is fantastic. We root for Simba, but Scar steals every scene. And let's not even start on the Joker. He's more famous than Batman. There's a reason for this. Villains are confident, decisive, and completely free to do what they want. They are active, not passive. They don't wait for things to happen. They make things happen, and that makes them exciting. They take action. Heroes often react to problems, but villains create them. And let's be real, watching someone execute a master plan is thrilling. They are charismatic. Think of Hannibal Lecter. He's terrifying, but he speaks with such charm and intelligence that we hang on his every word. They have a purpose. Many villains don't see themselves as evil. They believe they're right. Even Thanos thought he was saving the universe. But what if our love for villains goes even deeper than that? Studies show that people relate to villains because they remind us of ourselves. A study from the University of Michigan found that we often see our own flaws in villains, which makes them feel real. Take Loki, for example. He just wants to be accepted. Magneto fights for his people. Even Darth Vader started as a hero. Villains let us imagine breaking the rules without consequences. They let us feel powerful in ways real life won't allow. They give us permission to explore our darker emotions, anger, revenge, ambition, without guilt. And sometimes they're just more fun. Think about Loki in the Avengers. He was never more popular than when he was blowing things up. So who's your favorite villain? Let me know in the comments. This idea of villain worship isn't new. It goes back centuries. In Paradise Lost, John Milton tells the story of Satan's rebellion. And even though the book is meant to condemn him, Satan is the most interesting character. He's charismatic, he's tragic, and he delivers one of the most famous lines in literature. Now imagine that line coming from Scar, or Jafar, or any other iconic villain. It fits, right? Because villains don't just want power, they want control over their own fate. Modern TV anti-heroes take this even further. We love watching Walter White and Tony Soprano rise to power, even though they're doing terrible things. Why? Because they choose to reign in their own world rather than serve someone else's rules. Here's where it gets complicated. In real life, we hate villains. Dictators, terrorists, and criminals disgust us. Why? Because they act on impulses we know exist inside all of us, but we suppress them. Psychologists say that we hate most in others what we fear most in ourselves. We're drawn to villains in fiction because they represent the side of us that we don't let out in real life. The side that wants to be powerful, rebellious, and in control. But is it exhausting or is it exhilarating? If centuries of villain worship tell us anything, it's that we don't just root for the anti-hero, we love them. Villains challenge us. They make us think, and sometimes they make us question our own morality. So tell me, if you had the chance, would you rather reign in hell or serve in heaven? And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Otherwise, I might just turn into the villain of this story.